Hello. How are we all doing today? Hope we're all doing well. Hope my controls are going to work today. Strap the money cheat straight off. Okay, that's... that'll do. So, what were we doing? We are on Coldborough with Seasons, which, yeah, fun times. And we do need to plough, like, all the fields, and I can't remember which one I was ploughing or which ones I haven't ploughed, or where on earth we actually were. That is not it. Haha! I found the 7810 with a plough on the back. Oh, Kieran, Jack, Glengar, British one, Lewis, CD. That's really odd. Some of my controls have... Oh! That would explain it. Hang on. I don't know if this is going to work at all. One of... Yep, that has come undone. Here's hoping this actually is not going to screw anything up, because I've just technically added more buttons to the controller. Stream Warrior's broken, and the wheel has... oh dear. May need to relaunch Farm Sim. Is this gonna be nice and recognize all the inputs? It is! Oddly enough. Now, can I turn down the force feedback? Is the next question. No, I'm gonna have to restart Farm Sim. So, let's put up the BRB screen while I do this. Because I truly am an idiot. Let's get Farm Sim open again. Oh dear. It's one of those days, isn't it, where it's just all gonna go wrong. Force feedback released. Virtual tonight? I have no idea. I don't know who's streaming and when. Is my phone on charge? It is. Fantastic. Sorry for not streaming the last couple of days, by the way. Back in game. I forgot to open Stream Warrior again. Sorry for not streaming the last couple of days. What was it? Thursday. I didn't wake up until 5, which is, as you guys know, when I like starting the streams. And yesterday I just hadn't slept and was feeling a bit off. So I do apologize for that, but not much I can do. Hello, Eddie. You know those days where you just don't feel right at all? So we are in seasons. We can't do a whole lot at the moment because it is early spring. It's still day one. I've not been playing Farm Sim really at all lately. Hello Tino, by the way. Matthew and Eddie. I've not been playing much Farm Sim lately, and I feel good because of it. I've been, I'll be honest, I've been a bit burnt out of the game, so it's nice to take a break every now and then. Even if it's for such dumb reasons as I was asleep, and I didn't sleep. But I did ask on Discord before the stream what you guys wanted to see, and the resounding answer was some Coldborough. Even with the warning that it would be a ploughing stream, you know, this is going to be a very plough-heavy stream. Farm Sim is boring you. Yes, I know that feeling. I'm looking forward to Oakfield, I'll put it that way. It's a map that can't really come quickly enough. Just because it's something new and exciting. You have Galaxy Smooth Milk. Very nice, Matthew. I know that Mark Armstrong's on this same map for his multiplayer, but I don't think he's got seasons or MR or anything. This is effectively the most realistic I'm willing to make Farm Sim. With MR, with seasons. Because any more realistic and I'm just kind of running out, well, I'm running out of controls and it's taking way too long to do anything ever. Game's getting dry. Yeah. Giants are back on Monday. Yes! The QA team is officially returning to work on Monday. So we're gonna get huge mod dumps over the next week or so, possibly. Hello again, Simulator Gaming. We have the potential of quite large mod dumps coming up in the next week or two. Having Chinese tonight? Very nice. I don't know what I'm having tonight. I don't particularly care as long as it's edible. Food is food is food in my books. So the real... It's amazing how far off straight all of my ploughing lines are, by the way. Like every single one of them is just in a different direction. If you're wondering why I got dual wheels on the back, it is because MR actually gives dual wheels more grip. This has more grip than I've ever used single wheels, and as a direct result, it seems like the tractor's performing a bit better. A bit more realistically. Not using GPS. No, I don't see the point of using it in smaller fields like this. Hello, Itchy. Like if this was, let's say, that field, number one, I'd be using GPS, but number two, I'd be using, well, I will be swapping out tractors very soon to have the big machinery out on the bigger fields. So don't you guys worry about that one little bit. I do have a Challenger ready to go with a big plough. I'm not stupid enough to do something I did in FS15, which is plough all the fields with this little 4-furrow plough. I've done that once, and that was once too many. And I'm guessing everybody saw the picture Bullet Bill put up on, was it FSUK or Facebook today? I know it's definitely on FSUK. What do you guys think? Do you have any thoughts on? Just shove courseplay and ploughing, didn't do over stuff. I might shove courseplay into one of the other fields doing the ploughing with this plough, but I do want to do at least some of them manually. Find it hard to turn some of the bigger plows. Yeah. You put it in the Discord, Glengar. What do you think? Now, obviously, I know more than I'm letting on. And more than I'm going to say. But, it's going to be interesting when he reveals all. It'll be very interesting to see how people react. Hello, 123 JCB1. How are you doing today? Gonna be very, very interesting indeed. That was an impressive level of scrubs. Hello, Max. Is he taking over the desk for me? No. Although I will likely ask him for I will light the beacons for aid when it comes to actually trying to optimize the map. And ask himself and Oxygen David to give me some pointers on things, what I can do. But in terms of construction, that's all going to be me. And I'm going to be possibly working on it later. I do not have a video recorder for Monday yet. That's something I should have done this morning when I was awake but in bed. But I will be recording for Monday. We're going to be going back to the regularly scheduled programming across the channel. Although Monday's video might well be a mod spotlight just out of laziness. I might double up on West Coast this week. And I do plan on starting something different this week as well. I have plans for a new roleplay series. Which will be starting hopefully this week. And it's going to be... That music is really actually irritatingly loud. It's going to be in a format that I've not done before. What mod am I reviewing? I have not decided yet. Why is... Oh, because I pressed Alt. Nothing seems to be £10 on Steam. Oh yeah, Steam sale's over. What can you get for less than £10? You can probably get Portal 2 for under a tenner. Like Sim, I haven't fully decided on the format yet, but I will say that the videos will not. It will not be a regular series. It will not be something you get, let's say, once a week or twice a week or once every 2 weeks. It's going to be very different in terms of uploads. And it's gonna be curious and well, it's gonna be interesting how that works out for kind of everything. You wanted to get the Coon Pack. Is that not like £10 or under? Hello, Adam. There'll be a Steam sale coming up fairly soon, the spring sale. So maybe just hold off until that, and you can get it fairly cheap. Hello GD, how are you doing today? Cadence Simulator plays this map. I think everybody has at some point or another played Coldborough. This is one of my favourite maps from FS15. Hello badass redneck boys. TNCC as well. Dino style. It seems there's a lot of people coming up with very similar ideas at the moment. Now, I will admit that I'm taking my idea from Landy, who's not started his series yet, so you'll get a couple of spoilers for what he's got planned. But, it's definitely something that I think we've all been toying about with in terms of ideas for a while. Because, like, as different as we are between myself, Simulate, and Landy, we all actually play with fairly similar styles where we do try and get realism in where we can. I know Sim kind of goes for a bit more realism, but you know, we're all fairly similar in that respect. So need to update Courseplay actually to make sure that I got everything correct. You liked to see it, Caden? Thank you for the like. If you are enjoying, or if you're just happy to see Coldborough on a stream, feel free to hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe as well. And feel free to send me your money. No, you don't actually have to. But it is appreciated. Especially with... Oh, this is in two-wheel drive! I did this entire field with the tractor in two-wheel drive. I'm suddenly more impressed by this John Deere. Patch wasn't fully downloaded. Well done, TMCC. Always helps if you fully download the patches before trying to install them. Pay up. I have like no money. And what little money I have is being saved to do things for myself. I haven't said this on stream yet, but 2018 I'm going to be taking a few more breaks for myself and just kind of making it a year for me. Like, there's going to be a point relatively soon where I just take a full weekend off. Because I want to go visit a friend who has invited me to his house for the weekend. And I'll be doing that. Anybody know how to buy land and farms and stuff back? No idea. That's a map that I don't... It's got some really interesting ideas, but I don't like maps like that generally. I might have a look at it just for the ideas that it has. See if there's anything that's worth emulating. Do what I want to do, yeah. I'm just letting you guys know so there's no complaints when I suddenly start taking days off and weekends off. And kind of doing my own thing. And possibly over the summer I'll just take a full week off and go on holiday. Off Bergman has some cool features too. So the thing I always find with these maps that have loads of features is there's a lot of features but not a lot of map. Hello, Crypto. Like, they downloaded almost everything from Martha's site, and that's great, you know, do what you want to do with your map, but they very rarely have anything that really hooks me in and makes me say to myself, hey, I really like this map. It's my channel, do what I want. It's also my job, so I kind of shouldn't be taking days off willy-nilly like I have been. I definitely should be trying to do this a bit better. No, raise the plow, there we go. Yeah, if anybody can help Stefan, that'd be awesome. Wish I could, but I can't. That is the wrong way, Dave. Love the sound of this John Deere. It sounds like a tractor, it's not the old kind of traditional farm sim hairdryer and a stick treatment for a tractor. Hello, Kieran. Hello, Josh. Like, this actually sounds like a tractor. Yeah, it's missing the bass a bit, but it at least sounds believable. Hello, Nigarathka. I did see somebody asking for a shout out while I was on the start screen, and I almost laughed at them. Oh, I almost actually turned on the mic and laughed because, I mean, I'm not exactly somebody who's never gonna say names ever. And it's kind of funny, people asking for shoutouts when I'm active, you know, I'd like to think I'm known as actively talking to the chat. You know, I haven't been doing it so much in the GE streams, primarily because I was focused on GE, and that's maybe a better thing to do, is just kind of have a stream of consciousness stream with GE, because chat can get very distracting. Especially when you got a good train of thought going for something and it's just chat suddenly just derails it. Which it kinda can at times. Now I gotta figure out a field that doesn't have any weird trees or anything so I can set this thing off on courseplay. Because I don't trust the courseplay on a field that actually has a tree or a telephone pole or something in it. I never stop talking. I know, that's my blessing, it's the gift of the gab. It's an Irish thing. Field 3 actually is a good candidate. There we go. Back to the tractor before the gates even started opening. Oh god, Sim, no. Have I been to Blarney? No, I haven't actually. Field 3 is not currently on. I gotta buy Field 3. Use that new thingy of courseplay to go around poles and trees. I don't trust it yet. Field work. Field 3. 2.2 meters. Starting location would be current vehicle position, which I'll put over here. Headland 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my god, you can get up to 20 headlands now? That's a bit excessive. Set it at 7 after the fact. Bypass islands will activate that just in case. We'll set this as Field 3 Plow. Do I have any save courses? No, good. We'll set it to go at the first waypoint. Meanwhile, we are going to hop over into the Challenger. And we are going to be plowing up this field over here. Will I be using the Massey 135? Probably. Radio voice was brilliant the other day. I don't know, it depends on my mood. No, don't go that way. Don't go no, don't go, no. Better. Just stop there, stop there. And away. That is in no way correct. Oh, it's vaguely correct, actually. Let's do that GPS, screw it. There we go. $55 watching, only 18 likes. Come on, guys, get that like button going. So I do apologize if people don't like plowing, but seasons have dictated that all we can do today is plowing. Although I might get some pigs and start feeding them. Let's turn off the bloody cheat. There we go. Plowing is nice. It's relaxing, but it can be quite boring at the same time. Not looking forward to this field, I'll be honest. Don't know if too much equipment is going to be able to work here. Why did I break seasons? What do you mean, why did I break seasons? I didn't break seasons. So 4 degrees soil temperature. I could get some wheat and barley into the ground today in game as well, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave?
Thomas Freeland Cook, thank you very much for subscribing and setting Dave Grohl off to be fabulous. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. I said I could only plow. Yeah, because it's early spring and there's no other work available. Like early spring in seasons, year 1, you're basically just plowing the fields up to make sure you can get the most yield at the end of year 1. There's no... Oh boy. There's no options for, like, things to do, because all you can do is plow. That's why I said I can only plow. How am I finding MR? It's a bit extreme with hills. What about cultivating? I could do cultivating as well, yes. But I prefer getting all the fields plowed up first. Instead of using... And I know I could do this. I could use the culti plow from... is it Big Bud? And just use that, but I feel like that's almost cheating. The radio's on. Yes, but it's not coming through in-game. I can prove that because I've got the radio volume switched to off. Okay, maybe it's not showing up in this, but the... Oh, I can... Ah! Radio is now off. It wasn't actually putting out any sound, at least, which is positive. But no, I've got all the music volume set to 0, always. And even if not, I mean, Pretzel's kind of overpowering the game sound, which... While it can be annoying at times, yes, it's definitely a bonus for not getting bopped by YouTube's ridiculous Content ID bot, which managed to Content ID some white noise. I don't know if you saw that in the news, but some guy put up a 10-hour long white noise video where it was just hissing and buzzing and hissing and buzzing. And yeah, that got Content ID'd. That's what I meant then, yeah, radio volume off. Radio was enabled by mistake because I didn't realize that was a thing. Tristan Bell subscribed. Well, thank you very much, Tristan, if you indeed did. Nice plowing. I could do this better, and I know I could, but it would involve me going much slower than I am. So I'm just going to neaten up this corner over here, and then we'll get started on the second headland. Hello, Richard Kipp. Greetings from the Netherlands. Greetings to the Netherlands. Ah, overcooked it. Let's get this. Oh, it's a land plow. Haha! Let's get the second headland on the go. Yeah, we'll clean up the corners later. Not the biggest deal in the world. You're gonna have to have a very high horsepower tractor, big Challenger to pull a big bad Coldborough hill. Well, yeah, that's kind of the secondary issue. Is I basically need a big bud to pull the Coldborough plow. I've worked on Sim's favorite field yet. I don't know which one's Sim's favorite field. Keep in mind that even the stuff said in the multiplayer, I don't remember that kind of stuff. Buy a big bud then. No. I'm not getting a big bud. I'm not actually going to get any of the articulated tractors. Even this Challenger, I'm kind of... Oh, the 3 grass fields. I actually... Technically I need to plough them. But I think what I'll do is I'll just go in, mow them as early as I can, do kind of a weird, wonky, short, intentionally low yield first cut. Instead of ploughing them up. Because mowing grass fields counts as ploughing them. No meme tractor. No meme tractor. This is the somewhat serious map save. If I'm ploughing very therapeutic, it can be. And I mean, in terms of streaming, it's definitely something that's good because I can just talk to you guys constantly. Did you see the big? No, you wouldn't even see that in America, Rob. That thing's just a showpiece tractor. Like the 747 Big Bud is literally just a showpiece. Even the, what was it, the 500s? They're basically showpieces on Welker farms. They're not used as such. I'm pretty sure it is in a museum. Like on a regular basis, some of the biggest tractors you'd see in the UK would probably be something like this Challenger. I know Landy's seen a couple of quad tracks, but definitely smaller tractors would be more common. These big buds on Welker farms, they use the 500s. They don't use the 747s because there was only ever one 747 made. Yeah, Challengers are a common, big, high-end tractor. Quad tracks are rare. Meanwhile, in Ireland, a big tractor is probably like a Fendt 700, 900, maybe a 7R John Deere. Yeah, we don't get the huge, humongous tractors here all that much. Two farmers near you, 2 John Deere quads, and those new Holland T's. Yeah, but like, again, it's down to the size of fields, and Ireland tends to have quite small fields. 8Rs are, yeah, like anything larger than, we'll say, a high-end Fendt 700, low-end 900, or we'll say a 7R. Not common at all in Ireland. Even they're kind of rare because they'd be seen as contractors' tractors. What you can't see is I'm turning the plough. So we're going to go up and down the field here now, and this is probably a mistake. We'll do it anyway. Look at me fixing up the plough nicely. That good? That good? There we go. The like for Ireland, or at least around me, most of the tractors I'd see would be 150, 160 horse or less. A big one would be 200 horse. Just waiting for a flying challenger. You'll probably be waiting a while, Alex. I don't plan on doing resetting a whole lot. Hello, Chris. This is the rare situation where I've got the map kind of planned. Or at least the stream planned, because there's not much I can do, courtesy of seasons. And as a direct result, I can kind of plan out what I need to do in the stream, and that's basically plowing and maybe a bit of cultivating. How's the... I'll go over and check on the 7710 in a second, by the way. Kind of curious to see how that's doing. Hello, Graham. I'm gonna intentionally... Thank you for the compliment on the beard. My beard's been getting a lot of compliments lately for some reason. Gonna just intentionally make a bit of a wide pass around the tree here. Well, I say a bit of a wide pass. I'm gonna cut it close, but it's gonna leave a gap. Okay, a bigger gap than I'd intended because I didn't turn in time. This field should be fairly short work with this plow. This is, I think, the second... Well, it's the biggest reversible plow in the game. Second biggest plow overall. Should make this fairly short work. Hopefully. I say that now, it's going to go horribly wrong. There's a part of me thinking I maybe should have done a third headland. Because, like, even... that'll do. Even jackknife turning, this is possibly gonna just miss bits. But I am doing my best. He says missing bits. I'm doing my best with these uppy downy bits, and once we get to the steep part of the hill I might have to start going across the field a bit more. Just to try and maintain some sort of speed. Everybody suddenly dropped quiet. That's amazing. Let's get this sorted out over here. That's not what I wanted to press. This is what happens when I faff about my tablet midstream. There we go. At least I've got the challenger for easy steering at the end of each row, I suppose. It's still not the easiest. And I know everybody's OCD is going mental. Your farm sim trying to harvest. Good luck with that, Matthew. Hello, Nathan. How are you doing today? I will clean up the bits that I'm missing, by the way. I know these lines aren't perfectly straight, but meh. What would happen if you put a tractor after a helicopter and follow me? It would try and follow on the ground, Adam. Did I see Bullet Bill's teaser? Yes. I saw the single picture, yes. Hello, Jack in the Box reactions. Busy G. Wish I could say the same. I'll probably hop in after the stream if I don't feel like recording. What teaser? On FSUK for sure, maybe on Facebook. Bullet Bill has teased a new map from Frontier Designs. Let's just fix this up a bit. Maybe I should have used GPS. Just kind of thinking out loud here, maybe I should have used GPS because this would be a whole lot neater. Will it fly? I don't know. Saw it on his Facebook. Oh, I put it up on Facebook too. Sweet. So you can check it out on his Facebook page as well, apparently. Gonna finish the map by the end of next month. Ooh, good look at that, Nathan. I've got a date in mind for mine being playable and getting kind of an unveil stream thing going. I've already spoken to the guys on TeamSpeak about it. Can I... Now this is suddenly making... Oh, because I've got it at a wonky angle. Modmania? No. It's not... Yeah, it's not a flat map. It's gonna be funny seeing all the random guesses. Why is this not... No, don't stop this. Stop this. Farm Sim, stop, please. Be nice to me. It's just, I love GPS, it's just like randomly changing. Right, let's GPS our way to victory. Now we'll reset it. There we go, we got the GPS somewhat set, maybe, perhaps. And I want to set automatic offset reversal. There we go. Hello, Oxygen Dave, by the way. Big butt plows, biggest is reversible. Yes, but I wouldn't be able to pull it. Not up and down this hill, for sure. Will my map be out before 2020? In theory, yes. I kind of, sort of, vaguely got the first public appearance of the map as a whole in mind now. Is this gonna now automatically change the offset? Yes! Fantastic. Need to flip the plow. Does tend to help if I flip the plow. Get it swung out. We are going to miss a bit there, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Oh, it might be. Might need to do another headland, but that's not going to be the end of the world. Now even the OCD people won't be able to complain because this is straight lines. And, well, as straight as you can get with GPS mod. Need to check up on the... Oh, there's the 7710 over there. Definitely working. Don't know how well, but definitely working. Realistically, I do have only out until actually about August, September. I missed a spot. I didn't miss a spot. Well, this spot here I missed, yes. But I shouldn't miss any of the up and downies. Because it's now as good as GPS mod can do it. Stop turning the dang... GPS seems to like well, Farm Sim likes turning on the... When are we doing another stream on the map build? I don't know. When's the multiplayer coming back? I don't think it will be, not in Farm Sim anyway. It's too difficult to try and arrange multiplayer. This is... Well, Tank Tour was originally the 800, but this is the 775, so it is 2017 spec Tank Tour, I guess. No, Tank Tour was originally the 800. I just changed it to be the 700 for 17 because I didn't want to use the 800 too much. Yeah, that mod mania is gonna be an absolute map overload by the looks of it. Because just I was looking at the whip topics for it, and like for every 3 maps there's one other mod. I think maybe... How did I miss that spot? How did that get skipped? There's maybe too many maps in it, so the mapping side of it's going to be complete overload, and then the mod side of it's going to be potentially underwhelming. Like, there's some really good ideas in the mod side, but it's just... I think the map side of things is very too heavily stacked. Of course, it's too late for like anybody to change what mod they're making now, but it would have been nice to see more like vehicles and scripts and cool things like that instead of just 50 trillion maps. You see the fast track with narrow rear duels? I did not. What's the prize for Modemania? It is Maddox Jess's DLC. It's sponsored by MadXJS, and the winner will get his DLC, and I think something else that I can't remember off the top of my head. Is it going to skip a weird little spot down here again, I wonder? Or is it going to magically fill in this spot? Okay, so it did skip that tiny little patch and I have no idea why. Wonderful! Let's keep going. What is Modding Mania? It's a competition being run by Bullet Bill on FSUK. It's being run by Bullet Bill anyway. It was announced by Bullet Bill. It's a competition being run over on FSUK for, it's basically the FSUK mod contest, yeah. Just try and... The intention is to get new people into modding, and I think everybody knows... It's blatantly clear from the whip topic section anyway that everybody knows that maps are easier to make than vehicles or scripts. Maybe not in the time frame, but they're definitely easier to make. And I don't know if I'll be doing like a full set of spotlights for that. The mods will be released on FSUK, Ryan, yeah. I don't know if I'll do a full set of spotlights to try and cover everything, but I'll definitely pick out the ones that, just from the pictures and whatever, appeal to me immediately. As kind of why is that happening? Kind of the RainbowDave highlights based on pictures alone, judging a book by its cover. Hello NHF, how you doing? He's actually still here. Always assume people are lurking, Louis. Always. Mainly because they usually are. Yeah. Is that flipped? It is flipped. Wonderful. I do have seasons on NHF. Coldborough is my seasons map. It's my. This is as realistic as I'm willing farm sim to get, or willing to make my farm sim map. Fingers crossed the map passes first time. From the amount of testing that it's been getting, from what I've been hearing from Landy, it should, in theory, pass first time. The bigger question is when is it going to be tested? How big is Coldborough? Like in terms of the map, it's a 2x, but in real life, it's a lot bigger than 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers. I'd still be good away with that. Different version, Lewis. Also went into beta, which seems to have basically no rules. But yeah, console's always fussier because Sony. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be out Tuesday. Best case scenario, gets tested immediately. Giants fast track it, and it's out on Tuesday, and everybody screams at you because they found a tiny bug. Yeah, Selby is in the beta section, which definitely has less strict rules. Tuesday next month, I mean. No, I mean Tuesday this week. Because we don't know even what order they're going to test stuff in. It could be like that they test the stuff that came in before Christmas first. It could be that they test whatever's put in on Monday first. But one thing's for sure, there will not be... I don't think they'll be doing full testing regime on everything at the moment, just because of the sheer bulk of stuff they're going to try and get through. Oh, Lewis, if you haven't had a look, make yourself an account on Giants Mod Hub and download. There's well, you can download if you want, but there's actually Mod Hub like guidelines that you can follow, and that kind of tells you what you should expect from Giants testing. It's not 100% correct. By any means, but it's kind of what you should expect. Makes sense for them to clear the backlog first, but they could be going through like an email inbox where the newest stuff is first. I don't see why it'd be like that, but that could be the way that it is. They could also just prioritize specific stuff that they know is going to be quality. I mean, I would imagine they have like a list of... I don't want to say preferred modders, but people that the testing doesn't... You know, the testing is going to go relatively smoothly for 9 times out of 10. They don't, Ryan. That's the thing, is like the German community by and large isn't really waiting on Oakfield. They're waiting on probably something different. We can only speak on the English-speaking part of the community and the part of the community, the farm sim community as a whole, that likes British maps. Which, granted, is kind of UK, Ireland and America, but Germany can like something completely different. Like, a lot of the German maps are built to a near completely different standard to British and Irish maps. Sometimes that standard's lower, sometimes it's higher in different areas. In theory, Dan, yeah. Imagine matters like Black Sheep getting user testing. I wouldn't be too surprised if there's certain teams or people that do get kind of a fast track testing. I wouldn't say easier, but that they get put through first because of maybe the number of downloads they have or whatever. Or, you know, the sheer bulk of mods they upload. Yeah, there's gonna be different rules for different people in certain ways. Not completely different rules for, we'll say, one person over another. But, you know, Giants are gonna hold different people. They'll learn from the standards of certain people. This is really looking good now. This field's coming along well. How's field 3 going over there with the 7810? So let's just hop out and go over to 7810, check up on field 3 over here, see how it's doing. It is definitely ploughing still. It's... Do you know what? That's a quite respectable amount of field for it to have ploughed. I don't know if GPS is even still on, is it? It is. Am I using wheel? Yes! Oxy already has a lot of testing done with Frontier and Andy, they don't miss much. This is true, but Giants don't know this. Giants, I would hope, would treat everybody like they've done kind of, I guess, a certain amount of testing, but to a low standard. They wouldn't necessarily know that Frontier possibly have some of the best testers out there. With periodic ploughing on. Yes! This is as realistic as I want Farm Sim to be. With MR, with seasons. I actually need to disable the ground response mod, because that does have some weird interactions with MR. I'm going to just uninstall it completely. And with periodic ploughing and 3-stage fertilization. That's, I think, the most realistic Farm Sim should get. GPS looks odd, updated. I'm using the dark skin from Matt Holster. Did all my buttons disappear that I had set for my wheel? Yes, but that was because I deleted my input binding XML a couple of times when the bug appeared with version 5.1 with the newest patch, or the next to newest patch, the one that broke controllers. I didn't realize the controllers were broken. I was one of the people that found out first, and told Rackin, Bill, Landy and all those guys that, hey, there's kind of a major issue with controllers. So, conveniently, word got back to Giants fairly quickly. And they went above and beyond to get the patch fixed up and sorted out as quickly as they could. Unlike certain other people who have been promising patches for things that should have been patched a long, long time ago. He's reset all your controls for the wheel. Yeah. Sim had to as well, and he got really salty. So salty he did an entire stream where he was just angry at the wheel, which just entertained me so much. That wasn't him properly angry either, that was just him being salty. Who should have had stuff patched? All I'm gonna say is there's a mod team that released a certain DLC who are notorious for never patching anything despite there being game-breaking bugs. Why do I have 4-wheel drive activated on a tracked vehicle? Because Farm Sim is weird, Martin. I wonder if I can show you this. No, it's not going to show the physics, is it? No, they've hidden it well. Oh, they kind of haven't. If you look very carefully in here and here, you can see the little white lines. They are the quote-unquote wheels for this tractor. And while it's tracked, yes, these are the wheels. It has 4 wheels as far as Giant's engine is concerned. I have just done something incredibly stupid. Now I can't use GPS. It has 4 wheels as far as the engine itself is concerned, as far as the game is concerned. So for it to behave like a tracked vehicle, you actually have to have 4-wheel drive activated. Otherwise the tracks will just kind of spin up in a weird way and it doesn't make much sense. By putting out the F5 mode on there, I've accidentally made it so the GPS can't draw its little lines. Oh, I see how it's been skipping bits. This plow's too big for the map. Hello, Cam. How are you doing today? Ah, I see what I did there accidentally. Patrick Farrell, hello. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, hit the like button. Feel free to do that. Feel free to subscribe. And feel free to share the stream as well. It's been a while since you've had to be in a stream of mine. Who's making you come to my streams? You don't have to go anywhere. And, well, as far as YouTube's concerned, you don't have to do anything. It's all suggestions. I suggest you show up for streams. But he's been making the most of that. Always go live when you're in school, so you never been able to be here. Ah, okay. Well, where do you go to school, Cam? That you're still in school 5 to 7 PM? You have this stream to tune out the angry girlfriend. Maybe you should wonder why she's angry instead of listening to a stream, Alex. From the USA. Ah, I see. That makes a bit more sense now. So this plow's just going to randomly skip because it is a bit too big for the map. Will I be doing any silage tonight? Very, very, very slim chance of no. Not at all. Not a hope, Patrick. Seasons dictates that I am doing field work. What'd you miss? Not a whole lot. I've had to turn off GPS though. I was showing off how Giants draws in the 4 wheels for the tracked vehicles, and because I was doing that, GPS will now not draw its lines because it uses the same drawing method as F5 mode. Why do people delete videos off YouTube after live streams? I don't. All of my streams are left on the channel. I think there was 1 or 2 that got deleted, that I intentionally deleted, but almost all of my streams are still on the channel. It's just that they're set to be unlisted or private. Now I will reattach the plow. I will throw up some VODs later tonight. Do I have Discord? Yes! It should be down in the description. Discord.me/RainbowDave. And you can join the Discord from that link there. If you like them, they appear in your liked videos list. Only if you got that set to public. Even my liked videos list is set to private. I turned off GPS because it won't draw anymore, so it's impossible to line up properly. What's my favourite forage harvester? Probably the Class Jaguar, actually. I don't need to see the lines. I do! I do, because otherwise I won't know what's going on. Oh, please don't tell me that's broken now. My tablet's being really fussy and not letting me read chat off it. Which, I'm not using it to read chat, but I'm using it for something else that I kind of want to do right now. But at least, it just looks cool. Still so bad at using Discord. Discord isn't hard to use. The vehicles are very similar. Yeah, they're all based on the real vehicles, but they couldn't get the licenses to get the actual names. What I'm going to do, just so that I don't have to take such a stupid tight turn at the top of the field, is just do another headland here, and when I get down to the other end of the field, do you know, I might just... Just for speed and ease, I'm going to go across the field from now on. Actually, I have to do a bit of work now. Yeah, but the OCD people get annoyed. Where can you find my Discord? Discord.me/RainbowDave. Put that into your browser. It should automatically link you into the Discord. In theory. See ya, Andrew. Alex. Even. Why does F5 disable GPS? It doesn't disable GPS. It the way GPS works is it uses the same draw method as this. It's the same, basically the same lines as in this to draw the GPS lines. Having the same issues where YouTube locked me out again. No, I'd never be a farmer. I know that. Always entertains me when people say, "Oh, you know nothing about farming. Do you expect me to? I'm just a YouTuber doing this for entertainment purposes." It's a game. Brought you to other people's Discords. It shouldn't have. It's happening to you again. Delete your cookies and cache. Glengar, that fixed it for me mostly last time. To be fair, all I know of farming is what I see on YouTube, and there's not all that much. YouTube doesn't like to notify you when people go live. Do you have the bell ticked, Cam? Do you have the bell selected? Because you can use that to know when people are going live. Don't become a farmer if it's pure hardship. Yeah, Dan's a farmer. Well, he works on a farm, occasionally, maybe. Allegedly. Hey, Jack, how's it going? It's going good. How's it going for you, dude? I'm actually wondering now if YouTube has logged me out again. What's it saying on this side? I think YouTube's logged me out. Hang on. Oh no. Bear with me a second, guys. Just wanna... Something doesn't make sense. There we go. Oh, that just wasn't refreshing for some reason. You didn't have the bell selected. Yeah, always select the bell if you want to be notified when people go live. And for the likes of Sim and Landy, and I would suggest myself as well, there should be like another thing where it says like notify of all activity. Hit that as well, because it'll let you know when Sim and Landy put up community posts, or when videos go up, I think. And if and when I hit 10,000 subs, when I put up community posts as well, or if YouTube decide to roll it out to people under 10k subs before then. YouTube always messes with people. Yes, yes it does. That's YouTube's favourite hobby, is screwing with YouTubers. I'm fully expecting them to do something stupid in the next couple of weeks because of the screw up they made with Logan Paul. Hello, Kevin Shocknessy. Funniest thing about the whole Logan Paul thing is the people that are shocked that YouTube will do nothing to one of their golden boys. Why does Seasons mod destroy crops at the start? It's hard working in the spring, also has maintenance every 36 days, in late winter, less money for crops, food for animals, only 3 days. That isn't great. See, the reason Realistic mod is doing the game unrealistic. Matos, I get the feeling Matos just came in here to complain about how unrealistic the mods I am are. And to you, Matos, I say, this is a game! It's a game! It's not real life! I'm sorry that I had to break it to you like that. I'm really sorry that I did, but... You know, somebody had to tell you sooner or later. What happened to Logan Paul? I'm not going to go into what happened. All I'll say is YouTube did stupidly. Yeah, it was only a game. Well then don't complain about mods being unrealistic. Watch more horrible videos than that one. Yeah, but the issue with that one specifically is that it made it into trending. You like playing more without Seasons? As do I, but I think Seasons brings a nice twist to the game where you gotta plan your workout and plan out what you're gonna do and when. Instead of just kind of constantly having the harvest-plant cycle going. The only kind of negative I have about Seasons is how slow it can be. To do things, even with 3-day seasons, which I think I've got this set at 9 days currently, but you know, it can be very slow to do things, but at the same time I like it. And more realistic. As for that being unrealistic, I'll agree with you. Like when it comes to hills and some of the grip characteristics of certain tractors, it's not, it's very hard to believe. It's obviously got, yeah, but YouTube did nothing, and what's worse is it was reported to YouTube, and one of YouTuber's moderators for videos passed it as being fine. Which just, no. Yeah, YouTube, like, I see Seasons as a mod that you throw in just to take a break from vanilla farm sim, or the vanilla growth characteristics. It's kind of, it's a really, really good idea. And I would imagine that FS19 will have... I'm not going to say full-on Seasons, but definitely certain aspects. Quite possibly the snow aspect will be in FS19. Hopefully the lighting system. Yeah. NHF. Now you see why I was saying YouTube dropped the ball. That was regarded as perfectly fine. And what's worse was the thumbnail. But yeah, let's not talk about that because I'm just gonna get salty and that's not a good idea. Do I use the money cheese to start this? Yes, I still can if I want to. I just got it in Creator Tools there. Thornton Farm 2. Oxygen David, you still here? Somebody's complaining about Thornton. just trying to have a bit of fun. Where is this here though? Nice starting vehicles on West Coast and down. Yeah, West Coast has some nice starting vehicles. I've not actually paid too much attention to what starting vehicles are on Oakfield, but I'll probably swap them out for something different. And yeah, I'm gonna be with you there, Lewis. And I'm gonna be that guy who says, realistically, a lot of tractors on farms in the UK and Ireland are very old. And even the ones that are in Farm Sim are possibly a bit new for definitely some farms around me. Some areas can't be plowed even though they have crops on them. Are you sure, NHF? I've never come across that issue. If you do have that issue, turn on create fields. That usually fixes it. Yeah, you got people who are going to complain about vehicles being too old. Then you have people like me and Lewis and S. McGee who say, no, actually, a lot of vehicles in Farm Sim are too new. Too big, too new, too fancy. He says using a Challenger just for ease. But I like stuff that's from kind of the 80s, 90s era, maybe even early 2000s. But definitely like I'm more into the 70s, 80s, 90s tractors. Oh, Mados, that's not actually a Thornton bug. That's a Farm Sim bug. Or your shader cache is broken. Go into your Farming Simulator 2017 folder, Matos, delete your shader cache folder in there, and that should fix those texture glitches. It's a game-specific thing, not a map-specific thing. Yeah, unless you're like on a super huge farm, you're gonna primarily run stuff from 10 years ago, if not older. It's nice to have all your mods back. It's always nice to come back into farms. Something not quite right with the map. You're not seeing anything from Oakfield, not in PDA. I've been in Landy streams the last couple of days. I'm starting to introduce myself to the map now. Previously I'd seen the PDA and he'd send me a couple of pictures of a quad track in the biggest field just so that I could get an idea of what kind of equipment I should be wanting to get on the map. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, most farmers don't have money. So, like, even around here still, you'll see a lot of... and I do see them Ford 5000s and Ford 3000s even, going that old. Still working, and 7600s from time to time. There's one that I have no idea what it is, but it looks like it might have been a Deutz-Fahr in a previous life. That is almost definitely from the 80s. Even Carlon let you know has a Class 968, Class 760, Neon T7 Twin 10. Well then, the person you know is a contractor. Mathos, sorry to break this to you. Oakfield is being uploaded on the 8th for Giants testing. It will probably not be released on the 8th. Most likely it'll be out at the very, very earliest, the 10th or 11th. And that's even thinking, you know, going with fast track testing and Oakfield being one of the first maps tested by Giants, but it's not going to be coming out the 8th. 100% will not be out January 8th. Why is my phone going off? It's a cool map. It is most definitely a cool map, and I'm looking forward to being able to play it myself. Don't really like brand new stuff. I'm much the same. Just a lot of the newer stuff is kind of form over function, I find. Like the engines for tractors are so good and so torquey that they kind of, and the manufacturers are kind of getting a bit arrogant, so they're just kind of making tractors look good for no good reason. Should put more older equipment in FS19. That's up to their licensing partners, which, to put it bluntly, they're not going to want to advertise old tractors they no longer make. Like, I can't see, we'll say, Case allowing old Internationals going into the game, or old IH tractors. I can't see New Holland allowing some of the older New Hollands, we'll say the TM150, the TM, TS range going in. Because they're not being made anymore. Why would New Holland or Case or anybody want their older equipment being in the game? Whereas what they do want to put in is always going to be the newest stuff, and some stuff that's not even on the market yet. Still don't understand why there's a Lamborghini tractor. NHF, do you understand? Have you ever heard the story of how Lamborghini got started with cars? How Mr. Lamborghini, I think it was Giuseppe Lamborghini, approached Enzo Ferrari suggesting that he designed a car for Ferrari, or that Enzo Ferrari made him a car or something. And Enzo Ferrari, this genuinely happened. Enzo Ferrari turned around and said, well, what would you know? You only make tractors. And on that day, the Lamborghini Motor Company for cars was born. And they haven't really looked back since, but they did start off making tractors. They were a tractor and agricultural equipment company. That's why their logo is a bull. Is because it used to be, for the longest time and the majority of its existence, a tractor company. Ferruccio Lamborghini. Thank you, Adam. I don't know why I thought his name was Giuseppe. But I knew it was something incredibly Italian. But yeah, that's... like, Lamborghini were not known for making cars in the same way that at one point BMW were only known for making planes. And at a certain other point they were only known for making motorbikes. Same, Sammy Deutz, Lamborghini and Hurleyman are all the one company, Glengar, yes. Hello, Eddie. What happened was Lamborghini sold Enzo some brakes. No, that wasn't the story that I heard. It was definitely something to do with cars themselves. Noisy and fumey. Yeah, Lamborghinis were never, they were always fast, but never particularly well designed. It's only recently they've got usable rear windows. Mados Gaming, we know how giants work. Don't worry. Eddie was well done, Eddie. This problem with tractors and LEDs, as they say, is... oh yeah. It's a bunch of old folk tales. I think that one of them is... like, I think they've all got kind of some basis in reality. I think that there. Oh dear. Mods, can we get the ban hammers out, please? Don't know who got that. Because I've been logged out of YouTube. I am pretty willing to bet I've been logged out. Or something went wrong. Dan and Matthew. Sweet, thank you guys. It's rare that I'll actively say, hey mods, ban somebody. But I think, yeah, my YouTube's gone weird the last little while. I wasn't actually logged out, it was just my chat that somehow managed to log me out just by itself. You're eating apple pie. Yeah, And nothing he said was actually blacklisted as well, from what I could see. I'm just gonna go back into chat here real quick and just see if there's anything that I could... No, there's... nothing really I could put in there. See you, Team CC! Yeah, I read the first, like, 4 or 5 words. And... yeah, it was like, oh, ban. What? My plow's broken. There we go. Why do people do those sorts of things? Because they're idiots. To put it bluntly. There is a word I could put in? I don't think so. Everything else has... everything in there has... an innocent connotation as well. I'm not gonna put... yeah, that works too. If you follow what Mark said as well. That's really kind of put me off. Wow. Matos is like super hyped for FS19. Good lord, he's just completely ignoring what we're actually talking about and just going off on his own little tangent. I wish I could be as hyped for stuff as he is. He's just off in his own little world over there. Everyone should be more like Matos. Yeah! If everybody was more like Matos, the world would be a far more hyped place. Send me a message on Facebook. Looking at the message then, the second one probably, the first one definitely not. Although, is it ever going to be used? Yeah, I would say, yeah, the first one, no. Second one, I guess kind of. Maybe Pedro banned himself. No, Pedro doesn't like watching Farm Sim. It's not family friendly. The first one, if I'm playing racing games, Dan, there is a connotation there as well. There's an innocent version of that, and I do plan on doing some racing streams at some point. So people will be asking about stuff, and that word will come up and it'll be a completely innocent usage. Do I still have Rainbow Tank Tour? Somewhere or other, yeah, but I don't have it MRified, so not planning on using it. Well, not anytime soon anyway. I'll probably download an MR or rip an MR XML for the Challenger and get it running like that. Nightbot needs to start putting words into context. Yeah, I guess so. I might just put that into... See, the thing is, I don't use Nightbot's blacklist anymore because I just use YouTube's because it's a lot more robust. You do have it. Have? What? Eddie, you're just confusing me today, good lord. I think what we'll do after this is we'll do a bit of fertilizing and then move on and do some cultivating, because we don't have that many fields to do, and I think I can do the rest with just put Nightbot's messages in all caps, maybe. Thing is, Dan, is that it wouldn't be... It wouldn't be put into the hide show thing. It would just be blanket banned by if it's in YouTube's blacklist. That's the issue I have, is if I put it into the YouTube blacklist, it's not like the old mod chat method. It is just, it gets blanket banned. How'd you get in the hide and show thing? I don't know! That's like a YouTube feature that's kind of for things that are questionable, I guess. I wish I could add words to that review bin, for sure. Because I'd almost prefer to have the review bin there so the mod chat can be a thing. This is too wubtastic. Not wubtastic mood today. Yeah, if I could figure that out, Dan, I would totally just move the entire blacklist over there. So that, mod chat could just be a keyword in chat and you can tell me things instead of having to message me on Facebook or Discord.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave? Dave's there.
Muhammad Al-Wali, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Feel free to talk in chat as well. You just woke up. Oh my god, Connor Bland. Found somebody who's worse than me. Don't give mods too much power. I don't, because mods can be demodded just as quickly. Fat is in the hide show, as is the word sub. Numbers. Any group of numbers is in the hide show. Are you gonna fold it all, or are you just gonna be a jerk? Fold. Any group of numbers is in hide show. What else? By the way, there's no real spot for this thing to go, so I'm just gonna park it up over here by this shed and make do. There we go. Do I have a decent sized cultivator? Because if I don't, I can just throw on I do not, do I? Let's get creative money back on real quick. Or money cheat, whatever you want it to be called. Yeah, mods get around blacklist because mods are seen by YouTube as being trusted, which I do actually like that as a thing. I already own one of these. Where is it then? Is it over at the shop? Where is the thingy? 601. It is at the shop. Let's reset this real quick. Get it delivered, or whatever you want to say, and oh yeah, it's over at Field 20, isn't it? No mods don't see the light show. Yeah, exactly. You wake up at noon sometimes. It's fair enough. I forgot that not everybody lives in Ireland and the UK, so time zones are a thing. You're going to implode after that Chinese food. Well, that's what you get for getting Chinese, Eddie. Ta-da! I was doing really well. I was doing really well. Come on, where's the rescue scorpion? I'm really actually tempted to swap the scorpion out for a different front load or a different tail handler, because this just doesn't. It doesn't behave well. Probably would help if I turn off diff locks and 4-wheel drive. It might behave a bit more normally. Oh. It's behaving a bit better now. Mark, I know what to expect from myself. I always have a tail handler on standby. Okay, let's get this flipped up. Or not. Just wait for this dude to pass. Is he gonna stop? Hey Mish, you're in the wrong stream. You tuned today on farm with 3 scorpions and 5 6Rs. Clearly the scorpions are to move the burning hulks to the 6Rs when they catch fire. So let's get this cultivator on the back of this thing. We'll openly admit that this tractor is hilariously overpowered for the cultivator, but it'll do. Rainbowdave Kid. Is that my name now? Rainbowdave Kid. There we go. You're tired. How did you mix me and Landy up though? It's gonna wobble about. I like when... Yay! I'm gonna intentionally make this wobble. Is this cultivator even MR? Yes, it is! You might have mixed me up with Landy. Is there a conversion site? Yes it is, Tino. It was actually converted like a day after it came out. Which I kind of saw coming because this thing looks really good and it's by a mod team that always makes good mods. So I kind of saw the whole conversion coming. Can I change the engine sounds of the tractor to me shouting? I mean, yes, but why would I? Hello, Kane. I'm satisfied with the greatest little details, like a wobbly cultivator. This is by Vertex, yeah. I couldn't remember the mod team off the top of my head, so I just said a team that does good mods. A team that moddings well. Didn't even see this. Well done, Tino. Oh yeah, GPS isn't working. So away you go with the silent cultivation method, because this tractor is in no way being pushed. There's like no engine sounds, this thing is just idling its way downhill. You're just watching Landy as well. You were? Was he streaming today? Is he streaming today? Because he shouldn't be. If I turn it off, does it still move? Yes. Tina, I think I can say he's got something planned. Judging by...
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave? Dave's there.
Thank you, Russian person, for subscribing. I think it's fair to say he's got a vague plan in place, judging by stuff that was going on. Was it last night? I can't remember. All of the last 2 days is just a blur to me. This is just hilarious. Cultivator doesn't care because it's on the back of a Challenger. Judging by hello, yes. I get distracted easily, okay? Leave me alone. Oh, you're just watching a video? Okay. I was confused there for a second. Lining up ducks, yes. Some very interesting things there for sure, Mark. Very interesting ducks indeed. Hello, Dusty Dave. How are you doing today? This cultivator just doesn't care. Or is it the Challenger that doesn't care and the cultivator is just along for the ride? Because I mean, I am about triple the horsepower requirement. Where are the ducks? They're all lined up, Adam. Mark just said. Or they're lining up. There's nothing pushing it. Yeah. But it's just... The Challenger is so hilariously overpowered for this that it's just kind of ripping the ground apart very quickly. I'm doing good, Dave. Had a nice lie-in today, which I probably shouldn't have had. I should have recorded instead, but oh well. Such is my life. Cultivator's just on for the ride here. It's amazing. Hello, Tommy. Hopefully that Russian name wasn't overly offensive, by the way, because I can't read Russian. You never... Yeah. Need to start getting out of bed when I actually wake up. And Tommy Barlow, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Stephen Sykes, hello. How are you doing? Hello again, Nathan. Quack, quack. Hey! Ah, close enough, NHF. I should have done that yesterday, because I did literally nothing yesterday. I played a bit of Medieval 2 Total War last night, and that was it. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, is even if it is offensive, nobody here can read Russian, so doesn't matter too much. There we go, let's get these headlands done at the massively fast speed of 15 kilometers an hour. Monjack taught you. I wouldn't be too surprised with the amount of Tarkov he plays, actually. So 7710 is, or 7810 I should say, is still ploughing away. Still just plodding away on field 3. What happened to Monjack? He got bored of farm sim. He didn't really like farm sim anyway. I know 1/2 words, and yeah, not family friendly at all. It's ooh. That was a bit too drifty to be nifty. The tractor spun out on me. That's the one I know, Tino. Okay, I've got to admit, I really like this cultivator. I am a fan. It's maybe a bit light in armor spec, but I am a fan. Say Hamish. Hamish, even. Try driving about 500% better than not kill tractor. Okay. Driving better. There we go. Now I can't possibly kill the tractor. We're driving safely, guys. Safe driving. The safest driving. MR mod realism. But NHF told me to drive safer, so I'm driving safely. Go about 7 or 8 miles an hour, okay. I'll go at about 9 miles an hour. Actually, this is about 10 and a half. You guys seem to keep forgetting that I use kilometers an hour for the display. West Coast feel... Yeah, it's amazing how maps can feel different sizes despite the majority of them being 2x2 maps. You meant not crashing literally all the time. I'm not crashing literally all the time. I mean, look, I'm not crashing now. Not crashing there. Not crashing here. Look, not crashing. Definitely not crashing here. No crash, no crash, no crash, no crash, no crash. Yeah, no. Definitely not crashing all the time. Find it very hard to crash out here, there's nothing near me. Makes you feel like you're going faster. It doesn't make me feel like I'm going faster, it gives me a better idea of what speed I am actually going. Because pretty much everything in Ireland is in kilometers an hour now, so it makes much more sense to me. That's the kind of speeds that I like using in racing games, because it makes much more sense. Kilometers, yeah, Mark. All standard farm sim maps, or the base map at least, is 2x2 kilometers. That's why 4x maps are known as 4x. It's 4x4 kilometers. Also, they're 4 times larger than the base map. Because maths. Coldborough will not really move or work at that speed. Please just drive safe. I'm driving safe. I haven't crashed for a little while. Goldcrest is 2x2. No. It's a kind of known as a standard sized map, a single sized map. But it's 2x2. But once you get to 4x4, you're doubling the width, you're doubling the height, so the map is 4 times the size. West Coast is 2x2. Nope, Goldcrest is 2x2 kilometers. In the evening, but a bill. Everybody's got confused by Giant's measuring methods of maps. What's the biggest map size? I think the biggest the game can handle is the 32x. But it's rare to see anything bigger than kind of... It's rare to see anything bigger than a 4x, although I have seen a couple of 16x maps. Now keep in mind it has to be 2 to the power of n, so it's 2, 4, 16. I think 2, 4. Yeah, it'd have to be 16 to be next up. And then 32, and then 64. You do the maps, 4x4 is 16 kilometers square, 2x2 is 4 kilometers square. Which makes life very interesting indeed. Yeah, 2, 4, 16, 32. Are they 4 possible map sizes? Somebody I heard once was trying to do a 64x, but I've also heard the engine literally can't cope. Yeah, well, Coldborough is actually slightly, well, significantly smaller than the West Coast in terms of used space, but the base map itself is the same size. Farm Sim's just one of those games where you gotta make the most of the white space that you have. Yeah, the power for each dimension, linear is times 1, 2D is times 2, 3D is times 3, yep. Oh, you missed the person I've seen the most hype about FS19. He was in here for about 20 minutes. Just nattering non-stop, nonsensically about various things he'd heard. And probably read from, like, the internet, which would be hilariously untrue. I wanna have that. Probably. It's probably like 1.5 by 1.3. And that's kind of well, 1.7-ish, measuring from like here to here. And then we'll say here to here, which some of this isn't playable. Here to here, we'll say 1.1, 1.2. What size is Thornton? 2 by 2 kilometers. Oh, Thornton, yes, because of the thing. I would say that's like 1.9 by 1.9. Like, realistically, there's not a lot of space taken up by the. I guess the picture frame that the map is presented in. Yeah, completely forgot about the picture frame in the Thornton minimap. Well, 90% of people will never release anything other than 2 by 2, just because of the easiest one to make, the easiest one to download, the easiest one to play with, the easiest one to optimize, and it can come out on all platforms. 4X is just kind of not done so much anymore because they're not possible on console. What maps did Bill make? The West Coast and Coldborough so far. And that teaser you put out today, Bill, has got people talking big time. It is interesting to see some of the theories. And your new project, yes. Which I'm not gonna unveil the name of it yet. I can't wait to see the reactions when you unveil what it actually is. I get the feeling there's gonna be some people who get really, really salty when they realize. That was the idea, yeah. For some reason, somebody thought it was a logging map. It was one of the theories I saw. Well, on my Discord, mainly confusion and just like, what on earth is he doing now? A bit of hype. I said there are trees in every map, Tino. Mainly like confusion and hype, which is like, I guess what to be expected. I haven't seen what the reaction was on FSUK or Facebook yet, but No doubt that will be even more hilarious. Hey Matthew. See you NHF. I've openly said that I know a lot more than I'm ever gonna say until it's publicly announced. But gonna be interesting. But yeah, I really want to know what everybody's guessing with that one picture. Because it could be anything, to be fair. It's gonna have grass. Oh, good lord, Tino. European of some sort, you think, Lewis? Interesting. I'm intentionally quiet so that I don't accidentally say something I shouldn't. My counters are broken again. I love when YouTube decides to just randomly break stuff, and today it's the counters. These are on Bill's Facebook page. Yes, it is, Burnout. And if one of the mods wants to grab a link to the Bill's Facebook, feel free to throw it in here, or the FSUK post. If you didn't guess, by the way, I'm just kind of randomly extending the stream for funsies. How does the side of a storage point look like on this map? Is a drive-through one or reverse one? The store point is drive-through, Richard. For like storing crops, it is drive-through. Yeah, but you can link it. You can do shameless self-promotion like the corporate shill you really are. See ya, SMG. You heard Eddie is streaming now? Courseplay friendly? Vaguely courseplay friendly. Parts of this map definitely aren't, but that's kind of the British countryside for you. It's courseplay friendly for sure if you know some GE and take collisions off some stuff. Probably do some. There's the dumb and black flashing. I don't know how Giants have done it, but they've managed to reintroduce that really annoying black flash glitch into the game, which. Ooh. Bit of a fishtail. So Bill's just linked his Facebook page there. I just said English map. This is an English map. That was just your screen. No, that's a weird bug the game now has where the shaders occasionally just decide to up and run away for a split second. Glad I reminded you, Bill, I guess. In a perfect world, the season's optimized in detail American map. Platinum with the very interesting guess there. I'm guessing, Platinum, that you want an American map? That season's friendly and detailed and stuff. Welcome back, Glengar. I think I've accidentally convinced Bill to do an update. This is why I'm playing Farm Sim for fun save game. Particularly care how the map moves. Aren't making Wilker's Farm. What? Purple Bill. And Dave. I'm guessing you mean Oxygen Dave, but not me. Because I would make the most cynical American map possible. It would be flat and have just one giant square field around a yard with gigantic things. So it would be terrible. It would be like that Kazakhstan map. Yes, it'll be flat just like the West Coast is. As we all know, the Flat Map Society promotes the ideas of a flat map being the only map available for Farm Sim. I think I'm doing well with this, roughly, vaguely, maybe, occasionally, on a Tuesday. Liz, I can answer that one for you. No. The FS17 maps are FS17 maps forever. He has said it to me and to others on multiple occasions that they're basically restarting all the maps for FS19, doing new projects and building from scratch again. Too many Midwest maps. I think with some of the revelations that have come out for about FS19 the last day or two, albeit in German, I was doing some translations from Landy last night. Apparently the Focus Home put out a press release in French, which was translated to German by one of the German YouTubers, which I then watched his video and translated it into very rough English for Landy. From what I could make of that, the Giants are putting in a new graphics engine again and moving closer towards photorealism, which kind of hints that you're gonna want to be remaking every mod. So it'll be another step forward for Farm Sim, where the mods that are converts are gonna stand out really badly. It's also going to be one of those situations where you're basically going to be wanting to make your own textures for pretty much everything. If you are making or working on old converts, you're going to have to retexture the entire thing. Which is kind of good, I guess, but annoying for people who maybe don't know how to do texturing so well. But definitely like a step forward. And there's still no word on the whole class rumors thing. No official confirmation or denial either way. Just kind of vague teasing from Giants on Discord, and that's about it. What do you mean FS13 converts platinum? FS11 converts are still a thing, and 09. But if they're done right, which I will say Peter J is doing his converts right, because he's doing a lot of the stuff that Peter J's brought through is old FS11 stuff and FS13 stuff. Like his Massey pack, that's from FS11. And there's Massey 135s out there that are based on the same Masseys that just haven't been converted to the same standard, and they stand out like a sore thumb. If you're good at converting and know what you're doing, you can make old mods look good still, but you're going to have to bring them up to standard. I think the issue is going to be with I hate to use these guys as an example, but people like the ARM team who don't do the greatest converts in the world and don't put maybe the effort they should into their converts, which I'm not criticizing for it. It's just kind of maybe there's not as much love in the mods as there used to be, or love for their mods as there used to be. So there's not as much effort being put in. Their mods are going to stand out like a really sore thumb. And for FS19, assuming Donetsk ever gets released, I will actually potentially make a second map. Yeah, Peter J basically takes the old mod, takes the old files, and rebuilds it from the ground up. Hey Michael, sorry that I didn't stream yesterday. I was half asleep all day. Let's say what kind of map will be in FS19? No. At present, there's very little actual solid information. The old mods, like the ones that aren't brought forward well, and I think Peter J brings them forward well because he remasters them. But the older ones for sure they just don't stand up to any sort of scrutiny anymore. But if I can finish Donetsk, I will start a map once FS19 is out, and I'll create my own flat map from one of the base maps. I'm presuming there'll be multiple base maps. I'll create my own flat map from that and work from there. Hello Brendan, 4255, how are you doing? The phone went off and I just need to check it wasn't anything important. I don't see anything of major importance right now. Possibly wrong, but oh well. Hope Platinum Map's not it. It will be. As bad as it is, it's a map that Giants can put into the game pretty quickly. And hopefully, like, they'll improve it. Because they did improve... I think they improved Westbridge Hills between FS13 and 15. I think Sosnovka was beyond saving, frankly. That was just so dreary that it was beyond saving. But I think Estancia del Pacho, the Platinum map, does have potential to be really good if there's a bit more detail put in. Am I? I am good. I'm starting to get a bit hoarse, so I might be ending the stream fairly soon. That map put you off the game. I think the Platinum map does have potential. Slovakia map, yeah, Sosnovka. I mean, it was dreary in FS15, and unfortunately there was no saving it in FS17. But Westbridge Hills was atrocious in FS13. I despised it in FS13. And the version that Giants put into FS15 was so much better. It was just a better map. Because Giants kind of... I think they might have taken a bit of criticism from the community and used it to feed the slight alterations they made. Because the FS15 version of the map was just plain better. Yes, Sosnovka's really... like, it's a map that makes you feel like you're in the Soviet Union in 1989, because you just feel like there's nothing ever going to go well again. Ever. Was that map from the... See, I never played FS11, so I can't actually answer those questions. Bjornholm was a good map from FS15. That was one of Giant's better ones. I still think that in terms of maps that fit the game well, that Hagenstadt from FS13 was just probably Giant's best map yet. But Sosnovka was just a dreary, dull, depressing map. That's it, like, sometimes you look at a map and you look at the assets that it has and you think, ah, well, the map itself might not be the greatest, but it's definitely got some nice stuff in it. I don't think Sosnovka even had that. Pleasant Valley for his 15. I don't touch the Pleasant Valley maps. Because you know, as much as people like production maps and that kind of style of maps, I just find them unplayable because, like, it's a default map edit that you've just literally just gone onto Maru's website, downloaded one of everything, ripped some stuff from other maps, and just shoehorned it all in without really paying any attention to how it's going to work together. And it doesn't work. Those maps almost never work. I've very rarely seen one where it just... I can understand the production maps because there's not many simulators where there is a production kind of simulatory thing where we'll say if on a well done production map, which is rare, you have, we'll say, different things that hook in together. Like for example, I kind of turned part of Thornton at one point into a production map where I had a few of the placeables from Martin's website where I was making pallets and making cardboard boxes which fed into something else, which fed into something else, which produced something at the end. Well, yeah, so I guess Sosnovka's good for the old rusty look. Come to think of it, yeah. Like if you can come up with a production map where it all links in together and it's kind of a production line that you create instead of just over here is beer production, over there is wine production, over there is this production, over there is a random thing that I found on Marho's website and I'm not quite sure what it does, but it's there. And that's 90% of production maps. I just... It's nonsensical. Whereas if you had, we'll say... I'm going to say a farming production map. Let's go farming production map. Let's go a bit weird. Because there is... we'll say the compost master. You put that onto a map. Oh, you're making compost. And granted, I've got a tweaked version of it just to suit farm sim a bit better and not be cheaty. But you're making compost. That's free fertilizer. You put in your unwanted grass or hay or straw, and it makes compost, which is fertilizer. That makes sense. Then we'll say you put in the BGA extension mod, which yes, is not replaceable or anything, but it slows down the BGA, so it takes longer to produce silage or anything, which again, it makes sense. Whereas with the production maps, it's kind of, they take the default map and they look at it and say, over here I'm going to dig a giant hole and make this into a quarry, because that's totally something that farm sim needs. If you want to go quarrying, play Gold Rush, please. Over here is going to be like some random junk that produces stuff with textures that are just pictures off milk bottles and are made up of 3 pixels. I don't understand the people that, like, you've got people who, let's just kind of say this, and this is why I'm moving on to it. You got people who will intentionally take the cube maps off tractors so they look even weirder. Like Farm Sims tractors look a bit bizarre to begin with, and then you've got people who are intentionally taking the cube maps off which I kind of think the cube maps add a bit to the tractors. Yes, they're a bit too shiny at times, but they do add a bit of more depth to them, and then people take them off for no good reason. So no. Why is Landy's logo on Thornton's farmhouse? Simple reason. Landy was helping to test Thornton, and Oxygen David figured he would do that as a thank you. It's a thing that's happening more and more, it seems, that mappers are thanking the... I like the fact this is happening. Mappers are thanking the people that helped them out throughout the map making process by putting their logos in, especially like YouTubers and other mappers, where it's kind of a cross promotion kind of thing. As from 17, the grain out there is cool, too much. Yeah, Goldcrest is very hard to get stuff out of because, like, the houses are, if you're making a British Irish map, the houses are too American. A lot of the assets are just way too American. Then you go to Snovka and it's too Russian. And there's no real nice Western European middle ground there at all. It's just you're either American or you're Russian, and there's no middle ground. My voice is beginning to go now. Might need to stop the stream soon. Need more animals working FS19. I don't know if Giants actually need more animals. I think one of the biggest things Giants need to do for FS19 is to get rid of that. Is it 32 crop limit? And make it, we'll say 64. Which I believe is possible in engine at present, but yeah, like it's very difficult to find assets for the UK and Ireland. Like Ireland, you're kind of lucky because a lot of the assets that are for the UK are similar-ish, but there is kind of a disconnect when it comes to sheds, to a certain extent. And definitely when it comes to the roadways, because even Robbie's pack, I've noticed that whenever I try and retexture the roads, it unfortunately breaks the road pack, so I'm gonna have to figure out a method to get the road retextured correctly that doesn't break anything, so that I can get the Irish roads with the yellow dotted lines down the side without breaking everything. Proper breeding system would be nice. Improved tip anywhere would be nice. Improved tip calls for sure. Using paint again. Photoshop actually. And it's just, for whatever reason, it's breaking everything. Even changing the changing the specular, changing the normal, changing the diffuse all at once. It just, for whatever reason, breaks the way that it renders as a whole, which is irritating. The UK aesthetic I really like in maps, although I am kind of biased because it's what I'm most used to, but I think it can be the prettiest. I'll probably end up spending some night a few hours trying to figure out what's going wrong with Robbie's road pack, because there's nothing like flagging up. It's something I've done. Yeah, it's really bizarre, because what happens is the lines start disappearing and the road starts flickering weird ways. And I might do it again and just kind of save a copy of the textures outside just in case it does start breaking things, and just bring it in game and see what happens, because it could be a GE specific issue. But I do actually need to get the map in game at some point soon and start testing and start taking actual pictures for an actual web topic. I can do it. I'm like 100% sure I can do it. It's just figuring out what I'm doing wrong so that I can improve my practices in the future. Thank you very much for the £2. Bazman03 says, "What's on, my boy?" By the way, headphone warning. Oh, were you talking to Robert? I'm not. Be really careful, Robbie's roles not to overlap. Yeah, that's the thing with all roads, though. I love that. I forgot that was the GIF. I love that tractor. Yeah, I'm saving. Oh, that might be the issue. I'm saving DXT3. It's supposed to be DXT1, isn't it? When there's no transparency. That might be the issue I've been running into the entire bloody time. DXT3 is evil. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that next time I tweak it, yeah, I think I've been saving DXT3 this entire time. Hello, Pedro. People were worried about you. They thought you'd run away. Yeah, I've been screwing up, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I might have been saving DXT5 the entire time. I used whatever it is, the Intel plugin for Photoshop sets by default, which is probably wrong, so I'll try it again tonight and see if I can fix her up. Just kept missing. Yeah, to be fair, I've been missing streams myself lately. The last 2 days I've been missing. Chance advised not to use DXT3 on textures anymore for the future. Ooh. It's a very oddly specific thing. Hello, Andy Kid. Somebody's woken up. I'm gonna be finishing, I'll finish it up at 8, why not? Let's throw an extra hour onto the end of the stream. Just for funsies. You've been awake for quite some time, as have I, and I've done nothing of use. Yes, okay, shut up. Thank you for that tablet, for shouting at me that it's on charge, when I know it's on charge, because I put it on charge. What? Oh my god, my tablet's doing weird things. Hello, Dark Phantom, long time no see indeed. Ad couldn't be played. Why could you not play the ad? What? This... Where's my clock gone? What clock? Rob, I'm not the one that has the clock overlay. That's Landy. Yes, okay, thanks for the random warning that's blocking everything. There we go. Ad couldn't be played. Why can you not play the ad? Have I broken this? All of us. Nope, just Landy. I never have a "this is my time" thing. And Landy's is mainly so you know what country he's in. With me, it's just like I'll say what time it is periodically. You gonna want to work now, tablet? Or are you gonna keep being angry at me? Ooh. Okay, now it's gonna work. What do my parents think of me doing YouTube? They don't particularly care. As long as I'm not like getting into trouble, they don't particularly care what I do. In fact, they're quite impressed that I've got merchandise. And whatnot. Giorgio, hello. I've seen you shouting randomly, periodically. Not been ignoring you. Roger's contracts as well. Oh, 7810's actually finished that field now. In theory. I'll probably have to go and do some cleanup work. But in theory, the 7810 has finished field 3. With the 8 headlands I told it to do. In practice, it's probably made a mess of field 3 and done about 6.5 headlands. This field, I think, was fertilized. I want to say it was. And if it was, then I will go and start fertilizing the other fields before I do anything else. Giorgio's going to get himself timed out if he doesn't stop shouting like that. When will Giants be mods for the... Sorry, when will Giants be mods for that? Yes. I'm good for tea, actually. I've got... Holy crap, this did a good job. Still gonna have to go in... Do I need to go in and do some cleanup work, actually? I'm good for tea. I've got a can of Pepsi here and a 2-litre bottle of water. Well, 1-litre bottle of water over there. I always have drinks nearby. Because reasons of I don't want to kill myself. Occasionally. I want to convert... I don't know, Tino. Your best bet would be to like ask somebody in the MR section of FSUK. Because I genuinely have no idea how converts happen. As far as I'm concerned, it's just like magic. When will Giants be back for the mods? Monday. They're officially reopening testing on Monday. But like submissions are still open. Just look on the PDA. What am I looking at the PDA for? I love the sound of this 7810. It is gloriously tractor-like. Granted, it's just a pitch shift to the idle sound, but it's gloriously tractor-like. Fertilize section. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do in a second. I'm fully expecting, though, there to be multiple big drops of mods. Yeah, field 9 is fertilized, so I need to do 7, 4, and 3. So let's go grab this bad boy. And as it turns out, this is an MR bug that this thing's got debranded. Nobody's quite sure how this has happened, but there is a known issue in MR where this got debranded. I don't think you'll get mods till Friday or Monday. I mean, possibly. It really depends on what they decide to start testing first, and more importantly, the quality of the mods that are being tested, because there will likely be a number of mods. I'm not going to say, you know, certain modders are bad, certain modders are good. There's likely to be a certain number of mods, because there always are. They just aren't up to standards, that just won't pass first time, and Giants will need to go through them. It's the ones that do pass, I believe, take more time, because Giants, as soon as they find something that is a failure for testing, they stop testing that specific mod, So ironically, it's better for mods to fail because it's faster for the mods that do come through to get through. You'd think they'd prioritize look field. I don't think they'd prioritize anything over anything else. And I'm with Tino here. The actual vehicles dropping and equipment, meh, I can do that. But the scripts and the maps and the placeables, just seeing what could be MRified in the near future, that's what excites me now. It's like, ooh, this would be really nice in MR, this would be really nice in MR. And usually you can see the stuff that's going to come through fairly quickly, and with more and more people using MR itself, it definitely makes it a lot easier to find MR mods from the... What's funny? What are you guys laughing at? Yeah, I need to figure out MR conversions, I think. That's gonna be like a week of my time, or a day, where I'm just sat watching Flatlander's video, being horrifically confused. Yes, this is totally realistic tractor action. Is that like mad about him? See, the only reason I want only MR is because otherwise I'd have 300 or 400 mods, and it's just a bad idea. Because before MR I had 200, now I'm down to under 100, and I prefer having it this way. The game loads up slightly faster now. Not like you, Rob. I have standards for my mods, for the most part. We need to clean out your mod folder. Yeah, swapping to MR is Dr. Kerbo. Probably will. I'll probably watch Flatlander's tour, and I think David Oldfield has some stuff as well about MR. Because it's just kind of figuring out what numbers go where. And that's the difficulty that I'll have, because I'm a bit stupid like that. How are we now, Chris? There we go. Why don't I have Oakfield? Because Oxygen David didn't give it to me. Is that a good enough reason? I don't have Oakfield because I wasn't given it. I mean, it's up to him who he gives his map to. Looking forward to it regardless. I'll be playing it regardless. I'm not gonna hold it against him because, frankly, I wouldn't give me Oakfield if I made it. Hey Mark, how's it going, man? Oldfield's a bit over your head. Yeah, but I always find that I can understand the stuff that he's trying to say, at least. Oh, Kerbo did a tractor video? Ooh, okay. Then I'll be kind of looking at both. Because there's a few trailers that I want, a few tractors that I want, and then after that I'll have to try and figure out equipment between the two. I'm good. Kind of losing my voice because I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Don't know how you can stream for as long as you do and still have a voice at the end of the day, Mark. Gonna be honest about it. Oh, Robert Abdu. Cover sounds quickly when I've got questions. I always find that if you talk to people directly, they tend to respond reasonably quickly. Especially if you're polite. The more polite you are, the better chance you have of having your question answered. especially by me. Exactly, James. He actually told me. He actually was in here the other day talking about it. He said it himself that he didn't want there to be an overload. And the YouTubers he chose, honestly, he chose the best people to promote maps. He chose, you know, he's got Sim on it, and Sim is probably one of the more popular farms, well, one of the most popular farm sim YouTubers at the moment. Daggerwin, the most popular overall. Landy, who, you know, is one of the top streamers. And I think Useless Farmer has it too, and he just puts out some of the best content. I have no... I have... you know, I don't think anybody can argue with the people he chose. Can I do you a favor, please? Depends on what it is. Hello, Joe. Canterbury Kiwi, hello. Already done 5.5 hours. Oh, I could not do that, dude. I could not do that much streaming. I'd love to, but my voice just wouldn't let me. Like 2.5 hours in and my voice is starting to go because I'm just not used to it. Possibly also because I got the radiator on low, but actually that's probably almost entirely it, is the radiator's on. It's drying out the air. I sound so thanks. That's what happens when I start losing my voice midstream. And then stubbornly deciding to continue regardless. Can you have a chance tonight, please? What do you mean, can... What? Can I sing for you? No. To hear the news... Rob, I'll be honest, I came on my computer and started streaming almost immediately, so I haven't had time to check the news. I saw the SpaceX launch got pushed back till Sunday. Of that Zuma payload.
Hello, Dave. That Dave there.
I know Falcon Heavy test is still planned for this month. And Brennan4255, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse, hoping you're stay. Oh, is he bringing grief from your stream in here? That's a bad idea. John Young has died. John Young. That name rings a bell, but I don't know what bell it's ringing. Yeah, no, you didn't have to. You didn't have to, you chose to. Done. What's done, Landy? What's done? I'm confused. He was an astronaut. Yeah, we kind of figured that much. What mission was he on, Rob? What mission is he famous for? Am I to suppose I should check Facebook after the stream, Landy? And also drink like half the bottle of water I've got. XTA. What mod is that little bar beside the speed dial? That is... Ooh, buggerations. Game extension by Zentro. Ah! I need to read your chat. Please read my chat.
Hello, Dave. That Dave.
Okay.
There's a.
Coldborough, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Manhouse. Please your stay. I don't know what you did. Clearly I wasn't paying attention to things. Which is in no way new, I guess. Welcome back, Pedro. If I was reading, I'd probably forgotten. Welcome back, Josh. Oh, good lord, everybody's coming back all of a sudden. Tino, hello. So, John Young then was Gemini Apollo. Okay. You got banned for a good reason. Yeah, kind of figure. Beep. Beep. There we go. I'm kind of liking chat with a little bit of a... I don't know what you guys think of it. I had it up like way darker than this for a G, but with the slightly darkened background so it stands out a bit better when I'm, let's say, looking at the sky or something. I think it kind of highlights chat just a bit more with the semi-translucent background behind it. I'm gonna have fun streaming and recording tomorrow, aren't I? I always assume people get banned for good reasons. I don't generally expect them to get banned for no reason whatsoever. Well, I mean, shush, Nathan. I didn't say unrelenting realism. I mean, it's my version of realism, which is a lot more realistic than what I would normally do. Chat on screen. Everything annoys you, Pedro. Breathing annoys you. Takes effort too. Davey 1907, Landy doesn't stream at the weekends when he's in Canada. He's in Canada at the moment. Oh, yeah, if it's an accident, then yes. You know, misclicks happen, mods make mistakes. But when somebody says, no, you ain't getting unbanned, or you've been banned multiple times, and that's not really a mistake. Unless your name's Pizza Wheel, and it's my farm sim server, when I had it up, because that was a bad day. I was having a bad day, and kept misclicking. Or, yeah, or if you're banned by Pedro. Sometimes Pedro just bans because he wants to. Hello, look, and the UK does. How are you guys doing today? Was it 4 times in a row? I thought it was only twice. Well, I feel worse now. No, you didn't get joke banned, you got timed out. How's my day going? It's going well. Got to lie in bed for ages this morning when I should really have got up actually and recorded, but meh. I love when people start making fake accounts. I mean, I've got a bunch of test accounts that I'll occasionally use in like Sims and Landy streams as a joke. Oh yeah, Landy Banjo and Simmy. Like, I got a bunch of tests and fake accounts just for funsies. But I don't ever use it. Well, I do use them to troll, but not particularly badly. Why is my phone constantly going off? Shut up, phone. 3 or 4. Yeah, it was multiple times, and I felt so bad. Missed a bit over here. Test accounts. Yes. 2 of them exist, literally just to test blacklists. The rest are realistically only 1, but I mean, the rest are to make sure to figure out what mods can and can't do compared to normal people on YouTube, and to test new features of chat, because it's always useful to have test accounts for these new features. In this chat, Michael? Nightbot links them every so often. They're on a hosted web page, which, or at least they should be. I'm assuming this still exists, but I will get rules like actually written out in Nightbot. And have it doing that, and enforcing some of them a bit more. Everybody retracting the commands. There's 2 sets of rules links there now, because everybody just spammed the command. It's 2 fields done. We've got enough fertilizer left to do the 3rd. And I think we'll finish with fertilizing this field. Sorry, there's a black dot on my screen that was distracting. See you, Mark.
Hello, Dave.
I'll probably hop into your stream when I'm done. Do some background noise, because I'm probably going to open up G and start working again. Got plenty of grass to paint, because I am an interesting individual who does interesting things. Ryan Heater, by the way, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. That's why I've got the thing up the top right. What kind of crops am I going to seed? Yes, I have made that decision, Loke. I have not made that decision. I will be planting the kind of crops that grow and that you can farm. And ideally can be harvested as well. Too much effort, says the person who decided to see how many bales they could get out of field 7 on the horse map. Looks like I got a lot of money. Let's just bankrupt myself real quick. There we go. Fix the money issue. But that, I think, is going to do it for today, guys. It's important. It does tend to be important that they can be harvested, yes. That is going to do it for today, guys. I'm going to run off and get GE open again and probably do some mapping, among other things. Ooh, have a good stretch though. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Coldborough Park Farm. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye.